provides HTTP client to perform HTTP operation. In this video, we will learn how to perform HTTP post operation in our Angular application. Look at the syntax of the post method. First argument is URL, pass the URL, then body that we want to send, and then options that is optional too, and in this options we will send headers, observe, params, report progress, response type with credentials. All these are optional, and if you don't send, the default values will be sent. So we can pass headers in this format and parameters and observe. Let's see what are these. Headers defines headers for post operation. Observe defines HTTP headers. Observer defines whether we want complete response or body only or events only. So what we can do is that we can write here response. In that case, complete response will be sent, and if we write body, then only the body, and we have the option to specify events, then only events will be returned as a response. Params defines parameters. Report progress defines whether we want progress report or not. Response type defines response types such as array buffer, block, JSON and text. With credentials defines whether we want to pass credentials or not. So this is the syntax of our post method. Now I will create an application. I have already created an application. Look at here. First step is, this is Angular 19 and all the components are standalone by default. Look at here, I am using Angular 19. So the first step is configure provide HTTP client. We need to specify it only when we can use HTTP client. Now go to the service, inject it using constructor. So in this way we will get the object of HTTP client, and using this object we will call our post method. So look at here, I am performing here HTTP request, post request. This is our URL, this is our data and options. In options I am passing the headers only. What is headers? Content type as application JSON. So this is our request. I am using here in-memory web API to perform our application. This is the URL of our in-memory web API. Look at here, the data of in-memory web API. This is a seed data and the URL is writer. So I am using in web API, we have to prefix with API. So our URL will be API writers. Now let's use this method, create writer. Create writer, I will call it in our component. What I am doing that, I have a form. The form is like this: ID, name, city. I will enter ID, name, city, then we will submit and we will see the result. Look at here, suppose 101 is ID, name is ABC, city is XYZ, anything, and when I submit, we can see that the data has been submitted and we get the result. So what I'm doing here is that I have an HTML template. This is ID and name and city. In component I have a form, look at here, and when I submit this I am calling the create writer from our service. Okay, and once the data has been uh, posted, I am calling load all writers on ng on init. I am also calling it. So what will happen that first time we can see whatever the data is there in the in memory data, and if we add, then again I am calling the load all writers. Okay, so in this way we can use our post method. Okay, thank you.